Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up!
Have you ever had a conversation where you misunderstood what the person was saying? And what do you call a word that has the same pronunciation but different spelling? Well, join us in our latest Cinephile episode to find out, and be sure to visit our FUNDAY website for more. What's up, movie fans? I'm Wade, your Cinephile host. My favorite duo is back at it. Rush Hour 3 is the final installment of this trilogy. This time, the story centers on Inspector Lee and Officer Carter tracking an assassin through Paris to unveil a mystery about the Chinese triad. Let's see how the story unfolds.
It's 3 years later. LAPD detective James Carter is placed on traffic control, while Chief Inspector Lee is the bodyguard to Chinese Ambassador Solo Han, who addresses the importance of fighting the triads at the World Criminal Court in Los Angeles. There, when Han starts to announce the whereabouts of Shai Shen, a mystical list of great importance to the Chinese mob, an assassin snipes him, causing a panic. Lee spots the shooter and begins to give chase. He eventually corners him, but when he learns it's his childhood foster brother Kenji, he hesitates, allowing Kenji to escape, just as Carter arrives after hearing what had happened over the police radio and nearly running Lee over.
How many times you want me to say it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ran you over, man. Damn.
Not now, Carter.
Oh.
All right, hold it right there. Don't say a word, Carter.
Captain Deal, I had nothing to do with this. All I did was borrow a car, backed up Lee. Tell him, partner.
I need to see Ambassador Han.
The ambassador is just out of surgery. The bullet missed his heart. He's gonna be okay.
Captain, you have to give me back my shield and put me on this case. I made one little mistake. Take a brother off the bench.
One little mistake? You handcuffed two women and stole their car.
Isn't that why we have insurance? Everyone has an off day, Captain.
Soo Young, all grown up, shows up at the hospital as well. She asks Lee and Carter to promise her to find the person responsible, and she insists they head to the local Kung Fu studio to retrieve an envelope Han left her in case of an emergency. Once they arrived at the studio, Carter took charge, but he is quickly met by a giant who tosses him and Lee around until the master arrived. Master Yu explains that the triads had already stopped by that morning and took the contents of the safe. Realizing Soo-yeon might be in danger, they return to the hospital just before a gang of French-speaking Chinese assassins attempt to kill Han. After a shootout, they interrogate one of them with the help of Sister Agnes, a French-speaking nun.
That's right, sister. Call the Lord and tell him about to have some company.
Carter, stop!
Tell me something!
Carter, enough!
Oh, she's almost done. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Attends! Just wait! 50 Franklin Roosevelt. Il faut voir Geneviève.
What did he say?
50 Franklin D. Roosevelt. Geneviève.
Thank you.
Nice working with you, sister.
Anytime, brother.
After obtaining the lead, for her protection, they took Soo-young to the French embassy, leaving her with the French ambassador and chairman of the World Criminal Court, Varden Renard. When Renard and Soo-young are about to leave, they are nearly killed by a car bomb. Lee and Carter put the clues together and figured out that they need to go to Paris to investigate further.
You know what your problem is? You need to relax, have some fun. You have too much rice in your diet, you're constipated.
I never should have brought you.
Face it, you need me, brother.
I don't need anyone. And please don't call me brother. What is this?
Underground Gentlemen's Club in Paris.
Club La Paz? Forget it.
Check out the address.
50 Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Like I said, you need me.
Once they arrive Paris, they have a painful encounter with Inspector Revy, who knew of their cop identity and warned them not to cause any trouble. Afterwards, Lee and Carter meet anti-American taxi driver George and forced him to drive them to the Triad's hideout. While there, Carter meets stage performer Geneviève, while Lee is tricked by mob assassin Jasmine, who claims to have information about Shaishan. Once she lured him into the room, she attempts to kill him, but he fights her off and escapes with Carter out of the club in George's taxi, with men on motorcycles following close behind.
George, we need you to go faster, man.
No, forget it. You want to kill me? Then go ahead, kill me.
Drive faster!
Please, I'm scared.
George, you watch American movies?
Yeah.
Okay, man, all right, listen. You're a super spy. A super spy! Now drive this cab. Come on.
Okay. I'm a super spy.
George steps up and begins driving like a member of the Fast and the Furious. They manage to fight off a couple of bad guys, but are ultimately captured by Kenji's men. They are taken to the underground sewers, where Kenji tells Lee that he will let them live if they leave Paris, but Lee refuses.
We'll always be brothers, Lee, in this life and the next.
Tell me, Kenji, who's Shaishan?
Some secrets are worth dying for.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Lee, what the hell is going on?
Following a short struggle, Lee and Carter had no choice but to slide into sewage water to make their escape. They recover at a hotel, where Lee reveals his relationship with Kenji from childhood. They were both orphans, but Lee was later adopted and left Kenji alone. Carter tries to sympathize, but Lee pushes him away. Offended by this, Carter decides to leave. After recomposing himself, Carter spots and follows Genevieve. Meanwhile, Renard meets Lee in the hotel room and explains Shaishan.
Who is Shaishan?
Ah, Shaishan. Shaishan is not a person. It's a list.
A list?
Yes. Every 5 years, the triad bosses come together for an election. And during that ceremony, they choose the men who will lead the triads.
Dragon heads.
Yes, 13 dragon heads who will control the largest criminal organization in the world. And their 13 names are inscribed on a list known as Shaishan.
Renard informs Lee that Genevieve is Han's informant with access to the list and urges him to get to her before the triads do. Lee and Carter reunite at the club, and together they locate Genevieve and save her from being killed. The three of them then flee the scene on a taxi, which happens to be George. He then explains his newfound admiration for Americans to them and offers to be their personal chauffeur for free. At the hotel, Jasmine is sent to kill Genevieve, but they narrowly escape and hide out at George's place. There, Genevieve reveals that she is Shaishan.
In ancient times, when the triads would select new leaders, they would secretly tattoo the names onto a woman. A woman who could carry the list of Shaishan to the 35 provinces of China. When her journey ended and the new leaders were informed, the woman would be beheaded and buried forever. No records, no witnesses.
What type of tradition is that? Have these guys ever heard of a damn fax machine?
Kenji made me do it, said it was a great honor. I wanted to do it for him, for the Brotherhood.
To get to her safety, Lee and Carter take Genevieve to Renard, but quickly discover he was working with the triads the entire time. Kenji calls to inform Lee that he has captured Suyang and demands he turns over Genevieve. Lee meets him on top of the Eiffel Tower to make the exchange, with Carter disguised as Genevieve with a wig. Kenji challenges Lee to a sword fight, during which the two fall into a safety net. After Kenji's sword cuts the net, Lee tries to save him. Kenji knew only one of them would survive, so he forced Lee to let him go, falling to his death. Meanwhile, Carter saves Suyang and defeats Jasmine by kicking her into an elevator wheel that crushes her to death. After escaping the remaining triad members in typical Carter and Lee fashion, they are confronted by Renard.
Genevieve, hey man, you're the head of the world court. What you gonna do, shoot us down like animals?
We're police officers.
Yes, and you two just killed this girl. Blew her brains out.
Carter! Don't do it!
George rescues them and declares case closed, fulfilling his super spy dreams. The police arrives and Inspector Revy tries to take credit for Lee and Carter's work, but they knock him out and leave with a victory dance to Edwin Starr's song War. 接下来 Ruby 要揭晓今天电影迷尖峰时刻3 Rush Hour 3要讲些什么。So Ruby, we've come to the end of this trilogy.
Yeah, do you think the dynamic duo will make a comeback?
I certainly hope so. I heard that there's a small potential for Rush Hour 4, so fingers crossed.
那你有最喜欢的一幕吗？
Oh, definitely the part where Carter was arguing with Master Yu.
Master who?
You.
Master me?
No, Master YU. You.
I know, just messing with you.
Okay, who?
Okay, 我们这样下去会没完没了。
You're right. 那 Ruby, 我们同一字但是不同的拼法的英文该怎么说？
Well, that's called a homophone. Homo, prefix, meaning the same, and phone, suffix, meaning sound.
Oh, very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Wade.
I'm Ruby.
I hope you've learned something useful in this episode of Cinephile as I did. You can find more on the FUNDAY website.
Let's make every day a fun day.
You have to forget about her and let me hook you up.
Hook me up? After what you did to Isabella?
It was an accident. Besides, you never even slept with her.
Thanks to you. It was going to happen, but you just had to ruin it.
What did I do that was so terrible?
You shot my girlfriend in the neck.